Hi guys, welcome back to this channel. Today we will be answering all of your questions related to PCOS. So before we begin, I want to give a disclaimer that I'm not a gynecologist or someone who specializes in the treatment of PCOS. But as a part of my training through medical school and as a diagnostician, I do know what goes behind the diagnosis of PCOS. And of course, as someone struggling with it for years, I think I can provide an important insight and hopefully be able to answer all of your questions. So let's get started. So let's see the first question that we have gotten. Now I had around 25 questions, so I've tried to compile the similar one into one category. So hopefully we'll be able to cover most of the questions. Now the first question, Priyanka asked whether dairy is good or bad in PCOS. So thank you for such a good question, Priyanka. I think it is a very common question that a lot of people struggle with. So personally, I think dairy is not all that bad. And when it comes to PCOS, I think moderation is the key. Also that, everybody has different concerns and everybody different thing works for different people basically, so you have to try it for yourself, but according to me, you don't have to avoid it completely, because having things like curd or something can serve as a good probiotic source. So do not avoid it completely, but definitely you have to try it for yourself. And scientifically speaking, there is no research, at least a standard research that says that dairy is bad for people with PCOS. So hopefully that answers your question. Next question is from Bimla, who wants to know how do we diagnose PCOS. And this similar question was asked by Ankita as well. So both of you, thank you so much for sending your questions, and this is a very good question. So for diagnosing PCOS, there's something called as Rotterdam criteria that is used, and basically there are three things that we consider based on your scan, hormonal analysis, and clinical symptoms. And if there are two of the three criteria fits in, then someone is categorized as having PCOS. But you have to know that you have to be diagnosed either by a gynecologist or endocrinologist, because they'll be the ones who are specialized in diagnosing you. So do not self-diagnose. The right people to go to are these two, gynecologist and endocrinologist. Next question we have from Payal, who wants to know what all are the good exercises to do in PCOS. Again, a wonderful question, Payal. I think a lot of people want to know, what should they do, because losing weight is so difficult in PCOS, and I have had to experience that firsthand. Now, of course, strength training is very good because it helps with the insulin resistance, and insulin resistance is nothing but inability of certain organs of our body to kind of respond to insulin the way that they usually do, and that can be prevented by doing good amount of strength training or resistance exercises. Those are really good. And again, yoga also helps a lot of people. Yoga and meditation, it helps with the mood swing and low mood or depression, because those things are again very common in people who are struggling with PCOS. So another question that I got from a lot of people was why PCOS happens, or why they got PCOS, whether it was something they did. So I understand that this is a tough diagnosis, right? Getting labeled as having PCOS is tough because it's not something that is seen on the outside. It's a lot of internal struggle. So I get that, but you have to understand the biggest culprit is our lifestyle, right? There are some people who are genetically predisposed, but they are very few in number, and majority of us, the major culprit is our bad lifestyle. We don't eat on time, we don't sleep on time, we have very sedentary lifestyle, very less movement, and high stress lifestyle. So those are the things that make someone more prone to developing PCOS, but it's not something that you did to get the disease. However, improving your lifestyle, improving your overall routine, eating right kind of food, high protein diet, moving as much as you can, all those things does help in combating the symptoms of PCOS. And last question is by Ankita, who wants to know what are some of the supplement that can be used in PCOS. Very good question, Ankita. I think there's so much information online that one can definitely get confused as to what to take and what to avoid. But the best thing is to obviously meet with your gynecologist or endocrinologist, and they'll put you on the right supplement that is required for yourself, because when it comes to PCOS, there's no one size fits all, right? There is lean PCOS, there's obese PCOS, so there's obviously different type of supplement, but there are certain things that does help a lot of people, and that is number one is myo-inositol. So myo-inositol is very, very important for ovulation to happen. So that is one of the very important supplement. Another good supplements are folic acid, your iron, calcium, magnesium. So these are some of the micronutrients that are important for ovulation to happen normally. But do not self-medicate and do not start them on your own. It is important that you go and consult your gynecologist or endocrinologist before starting any of these supplements. So that's it for today. I hope it answered a lot of your question. If you want, for me to make a second part of this, I can definitely do that. But you have to like and subscribe this channel and send me all of your questions on supriyatiwariamc@gmail.com. I promise to get back to you, and stay well, stay healthy, keep moving, and I'll see you the next time. Bye-bye.